welcome back to my channel. I really had to push myself in doing this tutorial. I will post all videos I saw for inspiration, for help, because everyone is so elaborate with these Halloween videos. The sets, the costumes, the wigs. I felt a little lame trying to attempt this because I'm like, I just have my face. That's it. And I realized, you know what, everyone started somewhere and I have an idea, I wanted to follow through with it, and who knows, maybe someone else was in the same position as I and felt that why bother because we don't have all these props and whatever. But you know what? You have what you have and you make do with it. And I think this is a really cool look to do if you don't have a ton of time, ton of money to invest in a super crazy costume. Then you can create like this dead glam look, which just takes some different tones of browns, grays, some blacks, and you have this look. The only thing you might buy is a lighter foundation, but you could probably get a very cheap white makeup to mix in with the foundation you already have to create this pasty white look. Or you don't have to at all and just create the hollows with the shadows and use the foundation you already have. All in all, I'm happy with how this came out, and I'm glad that I did it and wasn't worried about not having all these crazy whatevers extras to make this tutorial. So if you were thinking about doing this dead glam look, then this is how I achieved it. I will list all the videos down below that helped me create it and inspired me. LustreLux, Chrisspy, and Desi, I watched their videos and try to do the similar techniques they had, and yeah, this is what I came up with. And of course, you know, I just have my hair, I blew it out. It's like second day-ish and it's extra fluffy. I didn't wet it or anything, so this is my wig. I could probably add some like spray paint or whatever to it, or add some like insects so I just look like I came out of the earth dead, or on my way to it dead. And without further ado, if you want to see how we get this dead glam look, then please keep on watching. I'm mixing the Mehron cream makeup in white with my Infallable Pro Matte from Loreal in the color Fresh Beige. To do that, I'm going to take this metal plate I have from Makeup Forever and add the Infallable foundation on it, as well as some of the white makeup. You could also just buy a foundation that's a couple of shades lighter than your skin tone, but I already had this, so I'm going to use a spatula just to get some out, and then add that to the plate so we could start mixing the colors together. I'm making it super light because I want to look like a zombie skeleton person, and yeah, we'll see how this goes. Taking a sponge with the new color foundation, whoa, there we go. I'm gonna start patting that in. I'm gonna take it down the neck so you can look cohesive dead. And don't forget about the ears. Put some makeup on there too. I definitely think I took it too light than what I was going for, but you know what? It's all good. I'm gonna roll along with it. To make sure my dead makeup stays on all night, I'm going in with the e.l.f. Cosmetics translucent powder. It's, this stuff is so dusty. It's white in color, so it's not going to interfere with my new face. Any powder brush will do. I'm just going to pat that in to set the base. I primarily will use my Viseart Neutral Matte Palette. You have a bunch of taupes, browns in here, so it's perfect to create like that dead glam look for the eyes. And tons of brushes on standby for this one. With the Morphe E37, any crease brush will do. This is a synthetic. You could also use a natural hair brush. I'm going in with this color first and maybe mix it in with this one to start building my transition. And for this, I'm really gonna blow this out because I want it to expand, and the more you could get that shadow to move, the better the dead look will look. And this is so on a whim, you guys. I felt like I needed to do a Halloween look, and I will put all the videos that inspired me, that helped me try to create this video, because I feel like I'm so not good at looks like this, but you know what? You gotta start somewhere and you gotta try. And I'll just leave it at that. Now with a smaller crease brush, this is a Luxie 231. I'm going with a darker brown shade, and I'm going to define the crease. Just lightly taking it to the top, and then started to blending into the first shade we applied. And I'm really going in a lot with the dark brown. I want to build this up. So when you feel comfortable about the level of definition you have, you can stop at any time, but I really want to create like a hollow look in my eyes. Now the crease brush, this is another one from the one I used first. It's a Luxie 205. I'm going in with this orangey shade, and I'm going to start to blow out the first transition shade. So just to the top, and I'm going to bring that up around my eyebrow area to really blow out my dead eye. It's like the demon disease is taking over and it's just starting to crawl out and all over my face. That's what I'm trying to achieve with this eyeshadow. Just the outside of the brow and then over that medium brown shade. I'm going to start to carefully bring it down my nose, not all the way. It's going to set up that transition from the orange into a more taupey brown for the nose contour. Now with the Joie Matte Black Cream Eyeliner in black, I'm going to fill out my lid so it could really look super black, and that kind of demonic possession thing that's happening on my eyelids will look like it's expanding. And carefully just sketch it on my lid. Take your time. I have a bigger pencil. I can't find it right now, so it will definitely take a shorter amount of time to fill out my lid with the bigger pencil, but you know, you do what you can. Now that we filled up our lids, we go in with the black shadow with a small lay down brush. This is a Smith 235, and we're gonna set that cream liner with it. I'm gonna gently pat on so there's not any major, well, it doesn't matter, because if there's any fallout, it's just gonna help us hollow out our eye sockets even more. And just gently start to blend in the black with the brown shades on top. But really, I like to pack on first so you can get the most color payoff with the black eyeshadow. I feel if you swipe on the first application, you won't get the most black color payoff. But when you first get it on there, you pat and then you carefully swoosh to blend. I actually think I'm gonna go deeper with the orange color we applied earlier. So I'm gonna take Cherry Cola from Makeup Geek. And this is more like of a maroon red, and I think I want that effect more than the lighter red. The same crease brush we applied that shadow with, I'm going in with Cherry Cola. And then we're just gonna carefully go over this part of the eye. Yeah, that definitely deepens it up a bit. And the great thing about this is you can never lay enough, because the more the better in this case in creating this dead eye look, you know? And I'm taking it a lot to the inner corner part of my eye and some down the nose, just a little bit. Before we move on to the lower lash line, I am going to build up my brows using the Anastasia pomade in the Dipbrow medium brown and just a angled brow brush. Not super cray, but just so that the eyeshadow has something to stand on. So I'm just making them a little more bold, but not so cut and defined that it looks like a super glam brow, but just to give it more body. Using that same Joie matte eye pencil, I'm going to line my waterline. Not only the waterline, but also the lash line. I love this pencil. It's so smooth and the color's super black. Beautiful formula. really love it. Using a small pencil brush, going with the same black eyeshadow we used to set our lid, I'm gently now going to smoke out the eyeliner. And I'm just connecting the top with the bottom just so it could take on that pointed shape on the ends. And also I'm going to tight line my upper lash line. And just going over any spots on top that need more black. So filling up those spaces. Now I'm going to build the bottom part of my eyes. So same crease brush, Morphe E37, taking the, actually I'm going to take these two colors and start smoking out my bottom lash line even more to connect to what's happening up top. And this is where you really want to go a little crazy because you're trying to create that really hollowed effect, and we're going to do some more work on the actual eye socket. So now with that small crease brush again, I will use this kind of taupey gray shade, and I'm just going to outline the sockets. So right here you can fill out where the bone is and just carefully take it with that brush. Taking this tiny contour brush from Kevyn Aucoin, I'm going to use actually the same shadows we used on our lids, and these are powders, so you could certainly use them on your face. Going into these shades, I think. Yeah. I'm going to carefully sketch out now my cheekbone and hollow out this area, and for this you want to take it down towards the chin. And just very light strokes start to build up that contour. And then also on the temples, so I'm going to make like circles to carve out this part of my skull. To further define our hollows, I'm going in with a pencil brush, E36 from Morphe, and with the black eyeshadow and some with the dark brown, and just carefully starting to further define the cheekbone. And I go from like the top and skip and then some more towards the chin. And with the same crease brush we used on our eyes, I'm going to blend the black with the taupe shade on my cheeks. With the same contour brush and taupe shades we use on the cheekbones, I'm going to now further contour the nose. And also around the nostrils. And just using my finger with the taupe shades, I'm going to the inside of my lips just to create that effect of decay. I'm gonna use, I guess I use black because I felt the taupe wasn't showing up as much as I would want it, so. And there we have it. And since it's kind of glam-ish, we're gonna put on some lashes. I think they will really add to the smoked out effect. You don't have to, but why not? If you rarely wear false eyelashes, what better opportunity than to do so when you're creating a dead look? Curling first. This was just nearby. This is the NARS Audacious. I just needed to put some black on these mothers so they don't look like dusty lashes on top of falsies. And now the Bella Somnubonsum. I just love these because they already formed to my lash line and they're super easy to put on, so there you go. So I added the lashes, which I feel added some smoky element to this look, and I just blowed out my hair so it can have that really big effect. And I'm just gonna add some makeup to my collarbones and my neck. I'm sorry I took away the black background temporarily, you know. Some production malfunctions, what are you gonna do? If you were smarter than me, you would take the choker off first, but I'm being very lazy right now, so just avoid getting any of your costume jewelry dirty while doing this. I will go in with the taupey shades and just to carve out my bones a little bit so you could really get that hollowed out effect, not only on the face, there it is, but also on your collarbones. And this really cool choker from Stella & Dot just to add some glam effect to my dead decaying look. If you have any questions about this tutorial, please let me know down below. And I would like to see your Halloween ideas. I really wanted to break the ice and just go in with this and see what would happen and not pressure myself into doing something super elaborate and cray. And you know, whatever you can do, whatever I can do is all good because we tried. Again, thank you guys so much for your support. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I will try to come up with more Halloween looks, but until then, happy Halloween.